Hey guys, what is up? This is Platinum Gauge back with another Redstone tutorial. So today I am focusing on this automatic obsidian generator, which works in 1.8, because as you guys know, if you remember the old string or redstone trick that you could pour lava on top of it and have water going one way, it made obsidian out of it. Pretty good glitch until they fixed it or patched it in 1.8. And even though they promised us an easy way to get obsidian after they patched that, they never gave it to us. So unless you want to go down to Y level 10 and search for some lava lakes and mine it that way, this obsidian generator is completely automatic, so it'll work way better. So of course this thing completely automatic, so what it'll do is through here it'll take one lava bucket out of this. You can put whatever storage unit you want up here for lava buckets. Dispenses it once, makes the obsidian right here, but then it dispenses it twice to catch the bucket again, so you can reuse your bucket. And pretty neat tactic to use, why it's completely automatic, because after you mine it, you then hit this cobblestone, which as you can see under there is powered, and that completely restarts the system. It brings another lava bucket down, ready to be dispensed into another piece of obsidian. And of course the cobblestone, it's not as reliable. This is 100% lossless. You'll get all your obsidian down here. You might lose 1 or 2 buckets from my tests that I've done over like a whole hour. But cobblestone, as you can see, there was a space under there with the redstone torch, so the cobblestone can go flying. This thing actually can sort of double as a cobblestone generator. Anyway, but how this works is this is powered, so it unpowers. So the cyan circuits goes into here, has a redstone comparator clock up here that goes around twice, fires this thing twice to fire the lava bucket out, and then the bucket, which goes through the obsidian into the hopper, down into the chest. Then this also goes off into the orange circuit, which then goes into the infamous redstone lock, which you rarely see anymore. And this goes here, gives us a little pulse that then travels into here. Unpowers this hopper, which currently has this nether star. You can put whatever item you want in there. But it goes from there, and it goes there and back. So what this does is, before I was trying to find a way to get it to only let 1 item through here. No matter how hard I tried, it would always give 2 items through. So what I found, if I simulated that item going back and forth 2 times, so 2 items going through, and I took an output from one to lock it. It's sort of complicated, but you'll get the gist of it during the tutorial. But anyway, this one starts locked. It'll unlock and let 1 item through, but then this will go back and it'll lock this one, stopping it from the second item going through. So it's yeah, pretty good. And yeah, so let's get on with the tutorial. Okay, so before we start the tutorial, these are the items you are going to need. You are going to need 2 stacks of any solid block. It might be plus a stack, minus a stack, most likely plus a stack. You're going to need 37 redstone dust, 6 redstone repeaters, 3 redstone comparators, 6 redstone torches, 12 hoppers as a base. As you can see, it goes all the way up to here. Any hoppers after that are optional for your storage system. After your 6 torches and 12 hoppers, you are going to need 1 dispenser, 4 chests. These are again for the base collection systems, not for the lava bucket storage. You're going to need 2 buckets of water, 1 bucket of lava, 2 cyans, and 1 of any item that can go into this hopper over here. And then lastly, this piece of wood shows us that the dimensions of this build are 11 by 14, and the heights can vary a lot depending on what lava bucket storage system you use. But anyway, let's get on with that tutorial. Okay guys, sorry if I'm a bit shaky on this tutorial. I haven't built this much, so I might screw up a tiny bit, but hopefully that won't stop us from building it. So anyway, we're going to start with a 11 by 14 area, and you're going to place two high pillars of any solid block you want in this area in the grid. After this, we are going to come down here. We're going to place our dispenser right here, go up like that. We're going to take our hoppers like that, and we're going to put our chest right here. This is going to be our obsidian / bucket output chest. You can put a sorter on there to sort out the obsidian in buckets if you want to. But anyway, we're going to come up here like that, go like that. Next, we're going to place our signs right here. This is going to prevent the water from flowing in either direction. Next, we're going to come back here, and we are going to place a hole right here, just one high. You don't have to put a cover under it because the water will just keep flowing down. But after this, we are going to want to build the water container thing. Going to come down there. We're going to 1, 2, 3, and here we go. We're going to place, let me just fill that back in. Gonna place our chest right here. This is gonna be our cobblestone output. I don't know, some other items might come out of it somehow, but they did for me randomly. No, we got that. Let's put our iron block back. We are going to want to put a redstone torch on top of that. Block there. Let's put our water bucket right here. As you can see, instead of flowing and destroying the redstone torch, the water keeps going down because of that extra hole. Next, we're going to want to come around with our with our iron blocks and just build a nice area for our lava to go. And as you can see, that now makes cobblestone, and because of that redstone torch, the cobblestone is powered. Next, move on to the cyan circuit. Okay guys, so as for the cyan circuit, you don't have to build this out of any color of wool. I'm just building it out of cyan wool to distinguish what each circuit does. So as to start, first, one thing I forgot, you're going to place 4 hoppers on top of this dispenser, all facing down into it. But next, we are going to, let me just replace that to show that it is cyan. Make the redstone repeater come out of that. We're going to put a piece of, block down there. We're going to put our torch. I can't talk today, dude. And redstone dust right there. We're going to put this running into a block with a redstone torch coming out of it. We're going to go like that. That. You don't have to put that there. This. Build this all like that. And we're going to run redstone dust all the way up it. Put a redstone comparator. Put it on subtract mode. Put a repeater on 2 ticks right there. Wrap that around. And then put a repeater on default right there. And that just about wraps it up for the cyan circuits. Now to move on to the orange circuit. Okay, so for the orange circuit, you're going to take an output from here with a repeater. This is going to run into a block with a redstone torch on it, which then is going to run into a piece of redstone dust right here. We're then going to do this with 2 repeaters. We are building our redstone lock right now. Put a redstone repeater right there. As you can see, it's a redstone lock. It does that bedrock right there. You're going to set the locked repeater on 2 ticks. You're going to want to put that right there. Then we're going to want to put this into a block with a redstone torch. Going to have this run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to want to have this run into 2 hoppers that are facing into each other. And from this, you're going to want to put your any item that goes into a hopper in there. And as you can see, since this hopper is being powered, it is locked. So this item will stay inside of it. Now for the last 2 circuits. Okay guys, so as for the red circuit and the lime circuit, the only thing you really have to remember is that the red circuit powers this hopper right here. And the lime circuit powers this hopper right there. But as we should do this, we are going to start by taking a comparator output out of this hopper. This is going to be our red circuit. It's going to run into this line right here. Take a torch right there. And basically what we want to do is pretty much make this as compact as possible and have it run into, let me just verify right here, the top of the second hopper. So we are going to have that run into this one. So as you can see, that goes up right there. Going to take a redstone output that goes all the way up into that hopper. As for the lime circuit, we're going to do pretty much the same thing, except we're going to take an output out of this part of the hopper. Take a torch output right there. We're going to have that go all the way up right here. There we go. And we honestly just want it to power this one right here. So we're going to go down like that. And that should pretty much do it. Let's see if this works actually. Let's put that. As you can see, that connects right there. So we're going to want to place a solid block down, and that should stop the connection. And running up, and that seems to work right there. So, yeah. If you want, we can also, no we can't. So, Yep, there it is, pretty much done. You just now need to hook an input source for lava buckets up here. As you can see, I used this, which is sort of a pretty good design. You can make it wider. Put the lava buckets into here, it goes down the hoppers and the chain, and the hoppers will fill up, and then after that you'll want to fill up the chests, and that pretty much makes a good storage system. And that'll run it down into there. And to start up the system, after you mined it, you just want to break that cobblestone there once, and then it'll pretty much start up the system, and pretty much good. Yeah. Okay guys, before we end, it is time for the final test of truth. As you can see, I've loaded up 5 lava buckets into here. No more, no less. Start this thing up. As you can see, first of all, the dispenser is empty. Break the cobblestone once. That'll bring it so this unlocks and relocks to bring 1 lava bucket in. Then break it 1 more time, and as you can see, it fires once to make the obsidian, fires 2nd time to make the bucket. As for the success rate of this, pretty much in 1 hour from using this completely with it all filled up on my own testing, I have found that you pretty much get solid buckets. You'll maybe find 1 or 2 lava buckets that made it through the clock somehow, but pretty much this thing works pretty well. As you can see, it fired through. There we go. Number 3, number 4, and number 5. And as you can see, we are out of buckets now. You can fill it up as much as you want. And as you can see, we got 5 buckets, and if I had been in survival mode, I would have gotten 5 obsidian that would have dropped down in this hopper and into the chest. And if you want, of course, you can add the storage system onto it. I have a pretty okay one up here. You can add more if you want, or a different design. Pretty much anything that runs into this top 4th hopper right here, which has no redstone interaction to it. What I have is where you put the lava buckets into here. It fills up the hoppers first, and then afterwards you fill the chests up, so they'll go down into the hoppers to replace it as it leaves. But yeah, you can cover up the redstone if you want. That's what I did in my own survival world. But yeah, anyway, this has been Platinum Engage with a redstone tutorial on a Minecraft 1.8 compatible obsidian generator. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic day. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you whenever I see you next. Goodbye.